you how they're more Irish than you are. Elizabeth, I know your daddy. I know he was from Dublin. But my great-great-great-great-granny was from County Mayo. So I always put it in my potato salad. It's an homage to you, my people, because of the famine. You're going, Brenda, that's not how it works. But you're trying to keep your temper, because they mean well, they're so eager. But see, now they have science on their sides, lads. Ancestry.com has an awful lot to fucking answer for. Because now they come at you with the DNA. It's in my blood. It's in my blood. I'm more Irish than you, Elizabeth, technically, because I am 98.5% Irish and 1% Congo, but we ain't gonna talk about that. All right, Brenda. Okay. Your family has been in Tennessee for 400 years. You said you owned slaves. I know, but it's okay because the Irish were slaves once too. I was like, no, Brenda, you're a bad yank. Bad yank, Brenda. No. But listen, I finally figured it out, a way to shut them up when they're going on about how Irish they are, okay? This works over there in the States, it works here, it works anywhere in the world. Next time a yank starts going on about how Irish they are, you ask them, do me a favor, spell the word Taoiseach. Lads, my dad is from Walkinstown. I've lived here 15 years. I can't spell the word Taoiseach. I know it starts with a T and ends with a cunt. Leave it to the American broads to get all political. But you know why that joke is so fun? Because it doesn't actually matter who's in office. It's always applicable. And my mother's family was as bad with the Irish-American thing, right? Okay, last name Clancy. My mother's family went Ireland to New York and Philly, down to Mexico City. So I am the fabled white Mexican. And Europeans are kind of well-traveled compared to people in the US. Growing up in the States, they really wanted to believe that my Irish father was a leprechaun, but they didn't want to believe that my mother could be a white Mexican. I had a guy in school get in my face, he got all aggressive about it. He was like, why aren't you brown? I said, I don't know, dude. Why aren't you brown? And that got weird because he was actually black. But my mother was as bad. She had to tell everybody in Dublin Airport and later Tesco. Oye, guess what? You know, I'm Irish. Can't you believe it? Yes. Josie, my abuelita, she was Irish. Bueno, she was from the Philadelphia, but it's the same thing. You know, I loved you Irish people so much that I married one of you. See, the father of my daughter, he was from the Dublin, pedazo de mierda, maricón, chaparro, bastardo. But I love the Irish people. Mira, you are so beautiful. You are white, like me. I'm so happy to be in the land of my ancestors. Y'all, she was in rural Wexford for 10 minutes before she was like, I don't like it! What is wrong with this country? Everything is a torture. Why is it so cold in July? Oye, no hay ni una pinche Burger King. ¿Qué es esto? I don't understand. What is an immersion? I just want to take a shower. Why are the people like that? Like what, Mom? So white. It's like, Mother, you're white. Excuse me, I am Caucasian. I am not Albino. I was like, Ma, you gotta stop calling Irish people albinos. That's why Dad left. And he did leave. I mean, not me, I'm adorable, but he left her crazy ran him off. Lads, this was a woman that not only made authentic Mexican food, but back in the day, she was the image of Elizabeth Taylor. And her crazy still ran him off. So I gotta tell you, Silver, I'm getting a little bit nervous. So I look at my own crazy to hot ratio, and frankly, I'm just not convinced that I'm aging well enough to get away with some of the bullshit that I'm pulling. I think I need to dial it down just a little bit. Because look, if we're gonna stick with Mexican food themes, back in the day, I was quite the little hot tamale myself. I was the whole enchilada. Thank you. And now I am just a middle-aged burrito. Soft and squishy, wet in strange places. I fall apart easily, and for no reason at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still delicious and I'm still fun to eat, but you gotta get through a lot of layers of weird shit. And every once in a while, shredded cheese and lettuce fall out. Of my bra. And on a long enough timeline, I'm going to destroy your ass. Now, I got that line off my ex-husband. He was from Texas and we don't like him. Selbridge, did you guys know, because see, I brought him over with me from Texas, the ex-husband. Were you aware that a person has to be missing and presumed dead for 7 years before the life insurance company will pay out? Did you know this?
Oh, I did.
I did not know this. I mean, I know it now. My ex-husband was mean. He would say things to me like, you know what your problem is? You've got 3 different personalities. And yet not one of us likes you. And not one of us is going to ride you. Imagine being that much of an asshole that you strike out with 3 women at the same time. He talked himself out of a threesome because if there's 3 of me, what do I need him for? I go off on my own and have a grand old time. But it got to me, the whole, you have multiple personalities. I thought it was quite cruel and maybe a little spot on. Because there are days when I feel it's crowded in here, you know, there are days when I feel like it's Snow White and all 7 dwarves running this shit show before you. I've got happy, grumpy, sleepy, Peter Dinklage, drunky, horny, she's my favorite. She's my favorite. PMSy, we don't like her. Although lately, drunky, horny, and PMSy have all been showing up at the same time, going, hey, we heard there was something about threesome! And then, of course, there is the most important dwarf, and this one lives inside every single one of you here. Okay, I like to call this the unifying dwarf, if you will. And that's Doc. He's the one that likes to Google your symptoms in the middle of the night to see what you're dying of. You've done it. Word of advice, WebMD is not a safe space after a few hits of a joint, okay? Never get high and Google chest pain with rectal bleeding. As it turns out, I have a lovely, lovely new fella. He comes with a mother. And, but you know, the thing is, we get on fine, myself and Phyllis. We get on great. She's always buying me clothing that is ill-fitting and 2 sizes too small, which is her way of telling me she would like me to be thinner. But everything I say on stage is true. Phyllis and I get on like a house on fire. Oh, there's an idea. Do you have a pen and paper? Did you actually write that down, Phyllis? Thank you. Phyllis, house on fire. Now, if there's a cop in here, you're going to have to eat it. But, listen, Selbridge, I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to leave you on this lovely thought. The ladies will know what I'm talking about, and some of you lads, but look at it. I'm wearing Spanx at the minute, and they've crawled up my arse so far that they're actually about to come out my mouth and dangle like a tongue ring. So I have to go to the car park and take off my knickers. Selbridge, you've been wonderful. Cheers.